What's good with y'all, man? We in the building, y'all. This is the YMDR podcast. What's up, y'all? You'll probably see we got some new things in today. You feel me? It's been lit. It's been fire. But yeah, y'all, welcome to the YMDR podcast, man. We out here, y'all. What's goody with y'all, man? I'm glad to tap in with y'all. I am your host, Controversy, aka Devani. Online, they call me Dr. Khan. But much love to y'all, man. You know, it's good to see y'all. If y'all don't know much about the channel, you know, and what we do here, man, the YMDR page in general, or the YMDR page, we make music, we make all types of stuff on this page. I'm a multi-talented page, you know what I'm saying? I'm a multi-talented person. So yeah, I do all types of stuff on this page, man. So if you tapping in, it's all love, it's all appreciation. So appreciate y'all for just tapping in and coming by, man. We ain't got too much on the situation today. We just gonna talk about a little bit of some things that got to do with, you know what I'm saying? We today didn't know much of what to scrap on, what to talk about, but ultimately I think that I found a little bit of something that I could say as far as it goes, the concept of the Simps. You feel me? And the concept of what they think of that term. So we're going to probably talk about a little bit of that, but firsthand, what we're going to do before we get into that topic, we're going to talk about just my personal updates on a brother, you know, because, hey, we all be going through something, you know what I'm saying? We all be going through something somehow, some way. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. My updates, let's see, for right now, shoot, man, you know, I just been, what I could tell y'all, I guess, about my updates or just what's going on with me type stuff is, hey, I just been, you know, pressing on and doing my thing as far as my music stuff goes, as far as just my artistry stuff goes, cause y'all, I'm just, I'm hearing the noise, y'all. I'm hearing the noise of the non-musical perceptions, and I'm hearing the noise of the stuff that just can lead people and confuse people in different types of areas. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's about that time, most definitely, for me to put my music out and get my stuff on streaming platforms and get my stuff together. So y'all are gonna definitely hear stuff like that from me. Even with the podcast still kind of being in the grip of the situation. This is episode 5. You feel me? We just now getting started. You feel me? In the midst of it all, because we wasn't really doing it too much like that. So you know, it was kind of a new thing. I was seeing if I could tap into this on YouTube and see if people tap in with it. But I'm definitely gonna be trying to look into some ways to market the page, get monetization for my content, and yeah, y'all, just get people into the groove of just tapping in with my stuff, because I know on YouTube, they more or less want people to add value. And I feel like y'all, with the podcast episodes, with the music stuff that y'all tapping into, you know, there's some value being added, you know, because, you know, that whole thing when I was going through it and just, you know, letting people see what I was capable of doing, like I was really just out here tapping in and letting them see my gift and what I could create to try to, you know, give something better to the situation. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's just what we're going to try to do on this channel for the midst of the situation is, you know, we're going to get some music out there. We can get some other things out there. And, yeah, that's pretty much what we got. another thing, another thing, y'all, that just comes to mind, too, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, it's always good to just tap in and let people see, you know, my brand and everything and stuff like that. I know when I go out sometimes, y'all, I'll be seeing some of the homies and some of the people that I tap into on TikTok, or just people in real life that I know. So it's always love, man. I was glad to tap in and see my homie, um, what is it, Retro. You feel me? Shout outs to Retro. You feel me? If even though he doesn't, you know, he might not be tapping in on YouTube, but If he is, much love to the homie Retro. You feel me? Much love to seeing him in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to see the brother, and he was on a call, so but it's still cool to see him in real life. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's my real life homie. So it's always love. It's always love to see any one of y'all in the town that I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Cause I like to really speak truth to just the things that I see in Naptown and just the things in general. You feel me? Cause y'all, we not gonna get it any other way in the midst of the situation. But shoot, y'all. I guess for some other updates that I have, obviously, y'all, I just been putting in the work to buy some more of this podcast, stuff for the situation. I found out they got another mic, a mic kind of similar to this one to get tapped into. I'm pretty much spending my own money, y'all. You feel me? Hopefully, y'all know this is not me just taking out loans and shit like that. Like, this is literally me using my own money, and I use it almost kind of what I can spare towards it. You feel me? Sometimes I gotta buy my food, my groceries and stuff, and then I buy some stuff for YMDR. And I mean, I don't know if people notice or not, but I tell people all the time that I'm solely kind of putting a lot of my, my heart, my soul, and my mind into just the whole thing with YMDR, y'all. So anytime y'all might not see me at y'all shows, y'all might not see me this, y'all might not see me that. A lot of times I just really want y'all to tap in with me by just, hey, if you know that I'm doing some work that has to do with my artistry stuff, like just holla at a brother, come talk to a brother, tell me, let me know what you want to see in the midst of the situation because I'm out here, I'm open, I'm an LLC, brethren. I don't have a facility to facilitate what I'm doing at the moment, but at the same time, it's starting somewhere. The fact of the matter is that I started, and the good thing in starting is, hey man, you're gonna always be able to find the people who can tap in with that when you start. You know what I'm saying? And especially if it's something that is being used to try to orchestrate something great to the next individual, because we all need something in this world today, y'all, that can give us some clarification, some understanding, and can speak to the revelistic ideas that the world is giving to some of us, because some of us have opposition against what we see out here in the world. Some of this stuff is just not always the best, catch 22, you know what I mean? So it's always good to know that, we got somebody who can tap in and check in with it and just know what they really want to do with what they're creating. So yeah, y'all, that's a little bit of where I'm at with creating all this stuff and kind of putting it together, orchestrating it, kind of putting it out there for y'all. It's not an easy process, to get people to tap into your stuff. I mean, I get people who tell me, yo, man, that mug is tight. They see me sometimes with just my brand on. I wear my brand around, y'all. So it's not like I don't facilitate it. I had to talk my uncle kind of talked and was asking how I got my brand out there, and I'm like, I wore it. I wear my brand everywhere I go, y'all. And so it facilitates and tries to show people like, hey, like I'm really out here because I show y'all this is what my brand is and this is what it's about. And I do it pretty much full time. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tap into another job, y'all. But side note, even if I tap into another job and they fire me, like I still got this to lean on. You see what I'm saying? I got my own creativity, my own entertainment space that I've created for myself. And that's one thing that I think the artists in the city never really took into consideration about me, is that I may have been doing certain stuff, but I was always putting myself out here in this way to make my own creative space. And y'all, I've done that. I got cartoon animation software. I got all these particular things because I just built on my dreams, y'all. And so I want y'all to really just understand, like, hey, y'all, that's really where I'm coming from. My day is going okay today, so it's not too bad of a day in my mind. And yeah, like, hey, y'all, I'm just, when you want something, when you putting yourself out there and you want something, you got to be determined. You got to have the determination. I talked with a homie of mine who I wanted to help get some stuff if he was wanting to get some real inspirational stuff for his brand to look more professional, like one of these little things that I got here that's on my microphone, you know what I'm saying, to kind of just make your stuff look a little more professional so you can have some professionalism. Talk to him about it. Hey, he was down with it. He really appreciated me kind of telling him some stuff about it. And that's what it's all about, y'all. Giving game to people about stuff, when they really, are your homies and they really get it. They not on no nonsense, no BS. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got a true homie and you got a true friend, you'll tell them some things and give them some information. You know what I'm saying? It's like that dude Ace when he was talking about Auntie's house. You know what I'm saying, and saying how he helped Auntie's house get something where they could copyright and trademark their shit. You know what I'm saying? The same thing I did with my homie. I just did it a little differently by telling him he can get some stuff to professionally make his stuff look more, professional to people in this day and age. Because I know that that's one of the things that people kind of yearn on is looking at the professionalism. Not gonna say that they yearn too much on the perfection, right? Because they look more into the other things on that, but they also look for the professionalism. So yeah, y'all, that's ultimately what we got going on. I appreciate y'all for letting me show that to y'all in this situation. And yeah, my day is going all right today. Ain't too much going on, but hey, it's a little bit of something. So yeah, y'all, we about to get into this topic right now. The topic of choice that we getting into is the concept that I might have not really touched on. I mean, we went over relationships, we went over toxicity, we went over um what is it? We went over some All-Star weekend stuff. Y'all, I think this one will take the cake for sure. We going over now the concept of the simps, right? The concept of the simps. Excuse me if I went in on that, but y'all, the concept of the simps for me, what I really want y'all to really tap into with this concept, and like I said, with the Rebel podcast, we give a really good idea of what we can analyze from certain shit that people say online about people, especially if they're being people who are wanting to be happy and wanting to get themselves into a good space of happiness. Um, this situation right here, definitely one that we want to tap into when it comes to this idea of the Simps. Because, y'all, one thing's for sure, why are we calling people the Simps when we know damn well this ain't Simpsons? Okay, this is not Simpsons, y'all. Okay, like we calling people the Simps. And I know the term really what they mean by that. When you're referred to as a simp or whatever their case may be, they're using this term to try to say that kind of any form of you wanting to be happy instead of miserable is actually something that people are trying to trump on your idea of. And it kind of really, to me, in my mind, the person that I am, I feel that kind of sucks in the midst of the reality because one thing people always say, they always say misery loves company. But I think that what people have to understand with the concept of misery loving company is something a little deeper in that when we really boil it down to the idea. If misery love company, that means that, they're going to always make it seem like, you wanting to go in a route where you are being happy and you are not filled with misery, you're not filled with pain or destruction. There's always somebody out there who is going to try to put that into retrospect for you and make it seem like the only thing you need to see is the destruction of what your life is or the destruction of something that has happened to you. You know those type of people. You know what those people represent. They're literally all over the place. They're always in your life sometimes. Sometimes they're your friends. Sometimes they're people you don't even barely know sometimes, but yet you know them to an extent because they're related to somebody in your family. It can go however it goes, but y'all, when we really boil these type of people down, when we hear these terms that they utilize to try to say that people can't be happy, what we really are trying to emulate or what we see is that people just need to really get to a point of understanding that some people are against the blessing that you want to basically get out of certain people. You know what I'm saying? Some people in the world today, they can look at a blessing that you got and they can say, man, I don't like that. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? How can I do something to destroy that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like a villain's world. We treat this shit like a villain's world, some people. They treat it like a villain's world, a villain's integrity. And sometimes when you bring a little nature of good into some shit, there's always somebody there with like a villainous plot. You know what I'm saying? And brothers and sisters, we have to kind of learn that when people are using this villainous plot to kind of be against you in this way, we have to learn to really tap into the understanding of where this is coming from. You know, somebody who doesn't want you to accumulate a sense of happiness or reward you in the midst of your happiness, but they want to destroy everything that you are trying to create from this. Usually, that is somebody who, again, is not understanding the imbalance that they have created in themselves. Because usually, when we are trying to destroy other people's lives and trying to make it seem like they're wrong because they have any sense of happiness, usually that is something within ourselves that's internal. We're using that to try to make it seem like it's wrong for somebody else to achieve it or succeed it. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to tell you this much, and this might even give you a little analysis of why that is true. Because, y'all, let me tell you, when y'all favorite teams win the Super Bowl, right? Or y'all favorite teams win in football or other different things, or this or that or that or this, let me ask you something. Don't y'all like it when they win right away, really quickly, and when they win on that construct, y'all are always letting them win in the construct of their happiness for it. Right? Always. It doesn't cease to fail. It doesn't matter if you a local team from damn high school or you a team from whatever. Any person really values the construct of someone winning from that ideology and doesn't do anything about it. But brothers and sisters, it's kind of weird when you let a team win. Like you have an analysis saying, yes, my team won in this football game, but I don't know how to let somebody win when I see that they're doing something good and they get a reward for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to balance those two out. You got to look at that and be like, well, wait a minute. That means I'm not really taking people winning seriously. I don't really want people to win. Like, I'm saying that I'm looking at a football team and saying that, damn, I like that they winning. You know, I like that a rapper's winning who's talking about money, sex, and drugs. I like that these people are winning. Like, I am encouraging these people to win. But yet, I'm not even encouraging the construct that maybe, just maybe, I don't want other people who I see that are having good natures and are good this, I don't want them to win. I want them to lose. I want them to achieve something that they can't achieve because they need to be without. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that analysis, you know, is something that really exists in the construct of this simp mentality, you know, that we've created with people. You know, we think any form of kindness that people want to bring into the world is a form of weakness. So that's why we call people simps for it. But we fail to understand that main reason people are being kind is because of the saturation of darkness in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody just being kind because being kind is easy. And ain't nobody being kind because kindness is, you know, what they call that kindness is like easy to inherit. You know, you turn into kindness when you see that the world is filled with darkness. That's usually how it goes. When people destroy you, they put negative feedback and negative concepts on your life. It actually brings you into a place of peace to where you want to be a better person sometimes. And this is with some people. This isn't with the ones who want you to be miserable, but this is with some people. Is that when they hear the retaliation of what the world is using to destroy them, they eventually turn into people who say, you know what, I'm going to take all that badness and turn it into something edifying. You know what I'm saying? And brothers and sisters, I think that we have to really watch out with that when it comes to this concept of the simps. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, we're trying to say that people don't have a right to be happy. They don't have a right to have a smile on their face about something that they're dealing with. They don't have a right to feel like they need to be this way or that way and that way or this way. So, we got to really watch out for that concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, real. To just, in kind of the subject of the midst of the situation, all I could tell y'all, man, is just, you know, this is why we have to watch out for the type of things that we are getting involved with. And we just have to be more aware of our nature. Excuse me, y'all. Just be more aware of our nature of what we kind of want to see in people. You know what I'm saying? And I know that here's the thing. I know that people think that when it comes to this like people who are good thing and when it comes to this this idea that we don't need good concept kind of in the world that people have created or the young people have created, I I want to stress and help y'all understand that living in a world of imbalance is not really the best world to live in. You know what I mean? It's not the best world to fucking live in. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of experience. It's a waste of concept. Our reality in this world makes so much sense, really, when we actually see the positives that we have in the midst of the situation. And I think the only reason people are removing that is because of the simple fact that we have turned our world into a godless sphere. You know what I'm saying? That has made us think that we don't need to think that there is a sense of good. We don't need to think there is a sense of helping. We don't need to think there is a sense of this, because we are around people who function under greed, success, and destruction. Ultimately, that's where we at with it. I mean, hell, the government kind of runs under that construct too, and that bleeds into our society. That bleeds into the constructs of what people are trying to be. And lo and behold, that's why a lot of us kind of hold those truths. You know what I'm saying? We hold those truths to be self-evident under the idea that we don't even realize that those aren't the truths that we should be holding to be self-evident because they ain't got shit to do with empowerment. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, I stress the idea, y'all, that y'all just gotta watch out what y'all calling people when it comes to this term of the simps or when it comes to happiness. You gotta watch out for that. Happiness is something that we all need. And don't get me wrong, it's really not just happiness that we need. We need joy. We need joy. Joy is our actual construction of what we need because happiness, in a sense, is temporary. If we being honest and transparent, happiness only lasts for a certain amount of time. But when we have joy, y'all, there is a different conglomerate that starts to happen. We could be happy about some shit, and it doesn't even have to be faded away in the wind like joy. You know what I'm saying? When we have joy about something, like it stays there, it's eternal. You know what I mean? And I just think that, hey, y'all, when we come to these conclusions and when we label people under these concepts, we need to be kind of aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Think about that for yourself. Before you go and call somebody a simp because they being nice to a woman, ask yourself the question: am I doing that because I don't want to see this person be happy? Am I doing that because I don't value happiness? Am I doing that because if somebody is happy, I have a problem with people spreading some sense of happiness or joy? You have to internalize that and ask yourself, am I doing that because of that? And sometimes when you can internalize that and say that I am doing that because I don't want to see somebody happy, then I can get back to the conclusion that maybe I shouldn't and damn sure shouldn't be making it seem like that's a problem to me, because at the end of the day, we can all create our own joy. y'all. It just takes you being somebody who can really see it for yourself. You have to see the joy in yourself. You have to create the joy in yourself and build upon it in yourself so that it can be a echo, a preparation, when people actually, see it for what it needs to be. So, yeah, y'all, just something to think about, just something to ponder. Obviously, appreciate y'all for tapping in with it. So, yeah. What's good with y'all, man? So, thank you so much, man, for tapping in to the YMDR podcast, y'all. The Rebel podcast. We in the building. We do this, y'all. We do this. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with it. If y'all want to like, share, subscribe, get the notifications. If y'all want to tap into that, I appreciate y'all if y'all tap into that, man. We're going to be doing a lot more podcasts. We have a lot more subjects. I know I've only gotten to about 5 episodes, you know what I'm saying? But we good with the 5 episodes, you know what I mean? It's dope. It's a dope experience. We killing it, you know what I mean? Like we gotta keep going though. We gotta keep going. Hey, we gonna figure out how to monetize this stuff, get ourselves together. And shoot, y'all, if y'all just own this platform, y'all tapping in, y'all might as well just give a brother a follow or a like or share this mug with somebody who might need to hear it, because information that's helpful to people, hey, it can spread like wildfire. It just needs the glass of the people to shatter that motherfucker all over the place. You know what I mean? Like that's all we need, y'all. That's all we need. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. But yeah, y'all, much love. I will tap into y'all next time on the YMDR podcast. Peace out, y'all. Stay impacted, never controlled. Much love.